LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome to the first of many events on the LS11 3-year anniversary. Welcome to Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. We have a huge night of action ahead of us. We'll be crowning all of the Ring of Honor champions here in Dallas, Texas. We'll kick it off with the return of the American Dragon. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, kicking things off the right way. Here comes Dragon Lee to the ring. Dragon Lee making his way to the ring. This is the first time we're seeing him in the LS11 Universe. A fitting opponent here tonight as Dragon Lee marches down to the ring. We've got a huge night ahead of us. This is, like I said, this is our first ever Ring of Honor show. I'm so excited for it. It's not gonna be a weekly thing, obviously. We don't have space in the week for that, and I don't have the time in the week for that to do a full, 5-6 match Ring of Honor show every week. So Dragon Lee makes his way to the ring. We're gonna be crowning all the Ring of Honor champions tonight. It's an exciting time. Dragon Lee is here, but ladies and gentlemen, the Dragon's home. Bryan Danielson is here. Coming out to the final countdown. The Dragon is home. The place that made him famous. One of the most famous Ring of Honor World Champions of all time. Bryan Danielson is here. This crowd is excited to see him. And what a way to start off the show. This crowd fired up to see him. The final countdown blaring through the arena. The song he used to come out to in Ring of Honor almost 20 years ago now. Bryan Danielson's here. Former world champion, former WWE champion in the LS11 Universe. Tonight, he looks to get the win in his Ring of Honor homecoming. So without any further ado, Dragon Lee and Bryan Danielson, here we go. They lock up. Danielson grabs him, takes down the leg. It's over him, and Bryan Danielson takes him down. Danielson circling him now. He gets caught. Dragon Lee grabs him, and Dragon Lee knocked back. Bryan Danielson knocks him back. Now Danielson hits the ropes. Clothesline. Dragon Lee grabs onto him now, and he got Danielson over the top rope. Dragon Lee. Danielson floored by a stunner into the ropes. Dragon Lee kicks him and takes him down. And Dragon Lee kicks him. Bryan Danielson catches the leg and sweeps the leg. Danielson getting Dragon Lee up, and Danielson sends him into the steel barrier. Nothing covering it. Classic Ring of Honor feel to it. Leg sweep takes him down into the barrier again. Referee at the count of 3. Bryan Danielson grabs him. Launches Dragon Lee back into the ring. Danielson having on to him now. Bryan with a chop. Dragon teeing off, but Dragon Lee answers back. He throws Danielson over the top rope again. Goes for a right hook. Bryan Danielson counters. American Dragon up to the top rope. Right hand connects from Dragon Lee. And again. Dragon Lee. Oh, Danielson went for a kick off the ropes. Dragon Lee chops him down. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Bryan Danielson. Here's the kick again. Dragon Lee's got him down. Danielson's down. Dragon Lee goes for a kick. Bryan Danielson running clothesline. Takes him down. Now Bryan Danielson off the ropes. Drop kick attempt. Dragon Lee out of the way. And Dragon Lee slams him down. Dragon Lee grabs the arm of Danielson, bends it back, stops the arm. Danielson goes down. Now Dragon Lee went for a shooting star. Danielson got the knees up. Danielson now knocking him back with a right hook. Bryan Danielson firing low chops on Dragon Lee. Danielson with a kick. Taking him down now, Bryan Danielson. Repeated kicks. Taking away on Dragon Lee. Roundhouse takes him down. Now Danielson. Oh, here we go. This is vintage Bryan Danielson. That's what this is. He grabs Dragon Lee. And he falls back. Surfboard stretches in. A surfboard stretch, and now Danielson into a Dragon Sleeper. Dragon Sleeper in on Dragon Lee. Danielson trying to tap him out here. Dragon Lee desperately going to have to try and fight out of it. Dragon Lee punches Danielson in the head and knocks him back. Dragon Lee now grabs onto him. He grabs Danielson from behind. Dragon Lee with Danielson head first into the turnbuckle. Into a chop. Knocks him back now, and Dragon Lee with Danielson scoops him up, and Dragon Lee stun gun. Danielson gets caught, and Dragon Lee back body drop floors him. Taking him down now, and Dragon Lee up to the middle rope. What's he thinking here? What will he do? Dragon Lee. Whoa, went for a crossbody. Danielson got him. Scoop slam from the American Dragon. And a kick to the back. Now Danielson goes for another kick. Dragon Lee cut the leg. Sweeps the leg of Bryan Danielson. Bryan goes down. Dragon Lee is up to his feet. Kicks him in the ribs. Lifts him up, and Dragon Lee pumps him up into a powerbomb. Danielson's down. Cover from Dragon Lee. 1, 2. Danielson kicked out. Bryan Danielson kicked out. Dragon Lee now into the corner. What is he thinking? Dragon Lee. Whoa, went for a boot. Bryan Danielson countered. Taking him down into the lapel lock. Danielson with lapel lock in. He's got it in. He's trying to tap Dragon Lee out here. Dragon Lee fighting with all of his might. Bryan Danielson's got him right where he wants him. Bryan Danielson trying to take him down. Dragon Lee gonna break the hold. Rolls it through, and Dragon Lee with a punch to the throat. Danielson staggers back to his feet. Dragon Lee with a kick. Dragon Lee fires away. Missile drop kick into the knees. He takes out the knees of the Dragon. There's another kick. Bryan Danielson's down. Dragon Lee getting back up to his feet, and Dragon went for a kick. Danielson running clothesline takes him down. Now Danielson. Snapmare. Whoa, here we go. This is a classic Danielson move. Cattle mutilation. Danielson with cattle mutilation in on Dragon Lee. He's won many matches in Ring of Honor history with this one. Cattle mutilation is in tight. Danielson. Oh, Dragon Lee rolls it through. Elbows him in the nose. As for the random speed ups and lag, I've got no control over that. Danielson knocks back Dragon Lee. Discus forearm attempt. They circle one another. Went for a chop. Dragon Lee countering. Dragon Lee lighting up the chest of Danielson. Knocks him down to one knee. Picks him back up with another chop. Bryan Danielson countered. Went for a forearm. Dragon Lee countered. Dragon Lee. No. Bryan Danielson answers back. And now Bryan Danielson off the ropes. Running clothesline again to Dragon Lee. And now Danielson turns him over again. Danielson. Here we go. Going for that surfboard stretch again. Grabs onto Dragon Lee. Falls back with him. And Danielson has him up for the surfboard. Pulls it back into the Dragon Sleeper. Dragon Sleeper's in on Dragon Lee. Danielson trying to tap him out here. Could this be enough? Bryan Danielson wrenching back with all of his might. Dragon Lee's trying to fight out though. And Dragon Lee punches Danielson in the head again. Danielson goes down. Bryan Danielson staggers back to his feet. Dragon Lee pulls him in, and Dragon Lee. Danielson towards the ropes. Danielson counters. Bryan Danielson answers back. And now Dragon Lee. Danielson knocks him back towards the ropes. Bryan Danielson pushes him down. Danielson stomps the chest of Dragon Lee. Bryan Danielson now getting him back up to his feet. Danielson went for a chop. Dragon Lee with a kick. Now Dragon Lee takes him down. Dragon Lee looking to dish the kicks out to Bryan Danielson now. Roundhouse to the head of the American Dragon. And Dragon Lee, one more time, gonna look to put down Danielson. Goes for the boot. Danielson counter. Danielson, a clothesline takes him down, and Bryan looking for Psycho knee. 1, 2, 3. The Psycho knee spells the end. Bryan Danielson and Dragon Lee tore the house down tonight in the opening contest. A brutal affair. Dragon Lee a few times looked like he might have had the American Dragon beat, but in the end, ultimately, Bryan Danielson nails the Psycho knee and gets the win. Right there, off the jaw. Dragon Lee folded over, and that was it. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first ever LS11 Ring of Honor matchup, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Danielson celebrates the win, taking a bow. Huge win. Final countdown. Danielson wins. Well, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we're going to crown our first of our Ring of Honor champions. It's time for the Television Championship. All the way from Impact Wrestling, it's the major brand endorser, Joe Hendry. He's got the digital media champion from Impact Wrestling, Matt Cardona, in his corner. Saw 2 nights ago on Impact, Hendry. Well, he tried to tell Cardona, no, it's fine, I can do this on my own, but Cardona insisted that he be here to back up Hendry tonight. Joe Hendry, the prestigious one, is here in ROH. And this crowd seems to believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's made his way to the ring. Here comes his opponent from All Elite Wrestling with his manager, Stokely Hathaway. It's Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs and Joe Hendry set for singles action here, ready to crown the first of our Ring of Honor champions tonight. We'll still have the Pure Championship, the Tag Team titles, the Women's title, and the main event for the World title, all to go throughout the night. Powerhouse Hobbs makes his way to the ring. Powerhouse Hobbs and Joe Hendry. It's going to be a hell of a fight. There it is, the Ring of Honor World Television Championship up for grabs. Without any further ado, here we go. Hendry power checks Will Hobbs, who scoops him up. Hobbs carrying him towards the corner. Hendry counters now, and Hendry throwing some shots. Hobbs grabs onto him now, and Powerhouse gets him up. Powerhouse Hobbs holding Hendry up in the air. Powerhouse Hobbs with a big suplex. Floors Hendry. Cover. 1. No, Hendry kicks out. Now Powerhouse Hobbs scoops up Joe Hendry into a deadlift. He power slams him. There's a kick in the back. Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh, Hendry back to his feet. Hendry sweeps the leg of Powerhouse Hobbs. Joe Hendry splashes onto him. Hendry does it again. Hendry with about 268 pounds of muscle. There's a clothesline from Hobbs. Now Powerhouse bends back the arm and he stomps the arm of Joe Hendry. Kicks him down. Powerhouse. Hendry back to his feet now, and Hendry hits him in the ribs, knocks him down with a right hook, and now Joe Hendry pulling the comeback here. He's got Hobbs up to his feet. Throws him in the corner, swings him around. Hendry kicks Hobbs in the back, runs the ropes now, and Hendry slides through and takes him down. Hendry kicks him down now, and Cardona cheering him on. Here comes Hobbs. Hendry catches and busts the knee of Powerhouse Hobbs. And now Joe Hendry taking him down. And, oh! A Spanish fly to Powerhouse. Into a splash, cover by Hendry. 1, 2, kick out from Powerhouse. Hendry now getting Hobbs up to his feet, and Joe Hendry with a right hook connects. Hendry circling him now, goes around to the back and jabs him in the back. It's a good way to injure a lung. Hobbs grabs onto him now, and a kidney. As now Powerhouse Hobbs stun gun to Hendry. Powerhouse now getting up to his feet, pulls him in. Hobbs, gut wrench power bomb. And now Cardona distracting the referee, buying Hendry time to gain back his breath. Hendry taking down Powerhouse. Now Joe Hendry, he's looking to dish it back out. He slams down Powerhouse. What a show of strength from Hendry. 1, 2, Powerhouse kicks out. Powerhouse Hobbs kicks out. Hendry stomping on him now. There's a kick in the back. Will Hobbs back up to his feet, jabs him in the gut, and again. Now Hobbs pulls in Hendry. Powerhouse Hobbs pulls him in, sends him into the corner. Right hand connects. Hobbs putting Hendry on the top rope. Hobbs, right hook connects. Powerhouse up to the top. Hendry on his shoulders. Fireman's carry into an avalanche spine buster. 2. Hendry manages to power out. Hobbs grabs onto Hendry now, and Hobbs takes out the arm. Joe Hendry goes down. Now Powerhouse Hobbs lets out a war cry. He's got Hendry. Hendry rolls him back through. Hendry takes him down with some punches. And now Joe turns him over. Hendry lock. Hendry lock is in, and Cardona slid a chair into the ring. Cardona definitely doesn't live by the code of honor. And now Joe Hendry wrenching back on the ankle of Powerhouse Hobbs, trying to put him down, trying to make the big man tap out. Hendry wrenching in that Hendry lock. And Powerhouse Hobbs, oh, he's reversed it. He kicks the knee of Hendry, and again, Joe Hendry goes down. Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh, a gut punch to Hendry, who headbutts him. And Hendry clothesline to the back. 1, 2. Kick out again from Powerhouse. Oh, and I think Hendry's just seen the chair that Cardona slid to him. And Hendry picks up the chair, looks out at Cardona and says, what the hell? Throws the chair at Cardona. Hendry arguing with Cardona right now, saying, don't do that. Don't get in my way. Hobbs. Gut wrench power bomb. Cover on Hendry. 1, 2. Joe Hendry kicked out on his own that time. Hendry powers back up to his feet, and Hobbs. Pump handle. Slam. And now Powerhouse Hobbs and Cardona get into a bit of an argument. Powerhouse Hobbs, cover on Joe Hendry. 1, 2. Hendry somehow kicked out again. Joe Hendry managed to kick out. He rolls Powerhouse back through. Hendry takes down Powerhouse Hobbs. Now Joe Hendry scoops him up. Freak of nature. 1, 2. Hobbs kicks out. Powerhouse Hobbs kicks out. Hendry trying to fire away on him, and Hobbs sweeps the leg. Hendry goes down. He's back to his feet. Now Hendry clothesline to the back of Powerhouse. And now Joe Hendry getting up to his feet. Hendry pulls him in. Whoa, look at the strength here. If you didn't already believe in Joe Hendry, he's going to make you. Hendry up to the top. Hendry. Oh, went for a diving stomp. Powerhouse out of the way. Powerhouse Hobbs punches him in the back. Launches him over the top rope. Powerhouse punches him in the face now, and Hobbs grabs on Hendry. Big body drop takes him down. And Powerhouse Hobbs showing off with some flexes. Hendry grabs onto the big man. Hobbs with a knee strike. And now Hobbs pulls him in, scoops up Hendry. Oh, a gut buster on the floor. Hendry goes down. Hobbs getting up to his feet. Powerhouse Hobbs. 3 count from the ref. Hobbs with Hendry up. Hobbs. Oh, Hendry knocks him back, and Joe Hendry into the announce table. Referee at the count of 5. 6. Hendry sending Hobbs back into the ring again. Grabs the ankle, looks right at Stokely. Pulls him back with another Hendry lock. Hendry lock is back in. Joe could be on the verge of the win. Hendry to become the Ring of Honor television champion. Hendry wrenching back on Powerhouse with all of his might. Powerhouse Hobbs is struggling. Hendry's got it in tight. Hobbs is struggling. Hendry. Powerhouse Hobbs rolls it over. Kicks Hendry in the knee again. Hendry gets taken down. Hobbs and Hendry now both men hobbling back to their feet. Hendry knocks down Hobbs with a right hook, and Hendry gets him back up to his feet. Right hook. Hobbs counters. Hobbs for a gut punch. Hendry countered. Hendry pulls him in. Shows off his strength again. Hendry. Whoa. Hobbs slipped out of it. Hobbs grabs onto Joe Hendry. Scoops him up. Hendry slides out it. Jump block. And now Hendry gets a hold of Powerhouse Hobbs, and Joe Hendry sends Hobbs crashing to the outside. Well, Hendry's wiped out Powerhouse, but wait a minute. Stokely has made his way around ringside and is arguing with Matt Cardona. Cardona flips off Stokely, and Hendry. Oh, Cardona just accidentally hit his own guy. Hendry and Cardona now arguing. And Stokely laughing. I think Cardona thought it was Powerhouse behind him. Hendry and Cardona in one another's faces right now. And Hendry says, screw you, I'm going to go win a title. Hendry runs back in. Oh no! Hendry runs in, and Hobbs. Power slam. Powerhouse Hobbs. Hendry was punched or kicked in the ribs by Cardona. They start arguing, and that opens Hobbs up for a pair of power slams. Powerhouse Hobbs is your first Ring of Honor television champion in LS11 Universe. Powerhouse Hobbs scores the win. Your winner and first ever ROH TV champion is Powerhouse Hobbs. You know Stokely's loving that. His tutelage, his managerial roles are what got Powerhouse into this matchup. And now Powerhouse has gold. Huge victory there for Hobbs. We got more coming up next at Supercard of Honor. First of many champions has been crowned. Well, ladies and gentlemen, up next, it's not a Ring of Honor championship, but it's a battle between two men synonymous with ROH for the Impact World Championship. Been a while since we've seen this guy, but here comes Colt Boom Boom Cabana. Colt Cabana marching down to the ring. Full of energy tonight. He knows how to get a crowd hyped up better than anyone else. Colt Cabana is here. We haven't seen him much in the LS11 Universe, but when we do see him, it's always a good time. And hey, you know what? Lightning could strike. Lightning could strike and an upset could happen. We could be looking at a new Impact World Champion here tonight. Colt Cabana makes his way to the ring. Here comes the Impact World Champion, though. Here comes the Destroyer, Samoa Joe. We talk about famous Ring of Honor champions. We talked about that with Bryan Danielson in our opening contest. Samoa Joe marches down to the ring. Samoa Joe, another famous Ring of Honor World Champion from history. Joe making his way down to the ring tonight. Samoa Joe has only been pinned one time in the last year since leaving WWE Universe mode, and that was a few nights ago when he was pinned by the man who competes in the main event tonight, Dalton Castle. Samoa Joe is here. The Impact World title in hand, and you know, Joe has said that he likes to break bones, tap people out, and win championships. He might just have his eyes set on the main event later tonight. So the Impact World Championship is what is on the line right now. Colt Cabana and Samoa Joe one-on-one. Without any further ado, here we go. Joe out of the gate with a clothesline. Samoa Joe's got a whole roster of people back in Impact to send a message to right now as he picks up Cabana and he power bombs him. Colt Cabana goes down in a heap. And now Samoa Joe launches him off the ropes. Power slam. Elbow drop. Samoa Joe kicking down Colt. Gets him back up. Joe with Colt Cabana back up to his feet. Firing away with chops. Cabana counters. Cabana gets knocked back with a jab. And Joe goes for a chop of his own. Cabana takes him down with a headlock. Colt Cabana's got him down now, and Colt rolling around him. Takes down Joe. Joe rolls back to get him out of the way. And now Cabana. Knee to the arm of Samoa Joe. Cabana with a kick to the back. Joe back to his feet. Joe kicks him in the ribs. Hits the ropes. Big running kick. Knocks down Cabana. And now Samoa Joe. Elbow drop. And Joe hits the ropes. Oh, win for the senton. Cabana out of the way. Colt Cabana clotheslines the champ into the corner. Kicks him down in the corner again. Cabana putting his knee to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe goes down. Samoa Joe goes back over. Cabana with a kick. Grabs onto him now, and Colt Cabana firing away on Samoa Joe, taking him down. Samoa Joe goes down, back to his feet now. The Impact World Champion drops a knee onto Cabana. And running senton across the chest for good measure. Joe now getting Cabana back up to his feet, and Samoa Joe with Colt Cabana into the corner. Elbow strike, enziguri. Colt goes down. Samoa Joe picking him back up now, and Joe kicks him in the ribs, attempts to anyway. Cabana counters, Cabana knocked back, Joe turns him around, and Joe, German, pulls it into a full Nelson, turns it around, wraps him up, Chimeraplex. 1, 2, kick out from Colt. Now Samoa Joe goes at him, Cabana counters, Cabana grabs him by the ponytail and slams him into the mat. Colt Cabana now working over the head of Samoa Joe, taking him down. Joe goes down, Cabana grabs the arm, and Colt Cabana takes him down. Cabana going into the top rope, Colt Cabana perched up high. Elbow drop to Samoa Joe. Into a cover. 1, kick out from Joe. Colt Cabana's got him down now, and Colt standing over Joe. Cabana with a kick. Samoa Joe staggering Colt Cabana. Grabs onto him. Turns him around. Joe finds the counter. Samoa Joe answers back. And now Joe with Cabana. Off the ropes again. Joe. Oh, they collide. Cabana grabs onto him now, and Colt taking him towards the corner. Puts him in the ropes. Cabana with Joe. Off the ropes. Ducks him. Colt follows him. Hits the ropes. Boom! What a clothesline. Takes him down. Another kick knocking him down again. Cabana. Elbow to the leg. We get Samoa Joe back up to his feet now, and Colt Cabana. He takes down Joe. Cabana into a reverse Boston Crab. Samoa Joe rolls it immediately back through. And Joe grabs onto him, takes him down. Crossface. Joe into a crossface submission for submission here. Joe's a submission machine. He lives by that mantra for a reason. Tap or snap. Right now for Cabana, but Colt Cabana's gonna worm his way free from it. And now Cabana grabs onto Joe and launches him into the corner. Colt Cabana grabs him now, and Colt Cabana sends Joe headfirst into the corner. Grabs onto him again now, ties his leg up, and Cabana kicks out the knee of Samoa Joe. Joe in some trouble now. Cabana scoops him up, and Colt Cabana launches him across the ring. Taking him down now, Colt Cabana. Joe back up, goes for an elbow. Joe countered. Samoa Joe gets caught. Colt Cabana has got the champ up and slams him down with a scoop slam. Colt Cabana managing to take Samoa Joe off of his feet. Now Colt Cabana punching him in the head. He's got Joe down. Samoa Joe goes down. Colt Cabana picking him back up to his feet now, and Cabana went for a jab. Joe countered. And now Joe with Cabana. Oh, into the referee. Punches him right in the kidney. And now Joe with Cabana. Oh, went for a belly to belly. Cabana with a headbutt. Joe counters into a clothesline. Samoa Joe with a huge clothesline to Cabana. Grabs hold of him. Slams him into the corner. And now Joe pops him up to the top rope. Oh, Cabana's in trouble. Muscle Buster. And Cabana staggering now. Joe getting him up to his feet. Cabana's dazed. Colt Cabana's out of it. Joe. Oh, Cabana countered. Joe was looking like he was setting up for Coquina Clutch. Cabana found the counter. Joe counters though. Now Joe with a chop into another. Samoa Joe knocks him back, and Joe with Cabana off the ropes. Elbow strike knocks him down. Joe hits the ropes. Senton. Cabana goes down again. Samoa Joe kicking him down. Colt Cabana's down. Joe stomping on him, and Samoa Joe now grabs onto Colt, lifts him up, and Joe right hand attempt. Cabana countered. And now Colt Cabana scoops Joe up and slams him down again. Colt Cabana now grabs onto Samoa Joe, dragging him away from the ropes. Drags him to the center of the ring now, and Colt Cabana cover on Joe. One kick out from Samoa Joe. Joe staggering back to his feet. Cabana's got him up now, and Colt Cabana tries to grab him. Joe elbow striking him, knocks him back, and a right hook. Turns him around. Joe. Well, tried to grab him again. Cabana went for a knee strike. Joe. It's turned around again. Cabana Oh, takes him down. Gets him back up to his feet now. Cabana countered. Joe. Counter for counter here between these two. Joe lights up Colt Cabana. And now Joe says you put up a good fight, friend. And he's going to lock him in. Coquina clutch. Cabana's out. Samoa Joe with the win. Samoa Joe fights his way to the win. Joe has put down Colt Cabana, your winner, and still Impact Wrestling World Champion, Samoa Joe. The stars continue to align at Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. We got more coming up right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, up next, it is time to crown the first Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Here comes Willow Nightingale to the ring. A very highly anticipated arrival here is Willow. This crowd loving Willow Nightingale tonight. He looks excited to be here. Great to see her make her way to the LS11 Universe after quite a while of people waiting for her. Willow marching down to the ring. It's been a hell of a week for LS11 Universe so far. And, you know, I know we're about halfway through the show now, so it feels weird for me to say it again, but, like, it's the 3-year anniversary of the channel. Kind of insane. Willow Nightingale's in the building. She looks to capture gold in her first matchup in the LS11 Universe. Will she be able to, though? When she goes head-to-head with Allysin Kay. Quite a clash of styles between these two here tonight. Just with entrances alone, you saw Willow came out here waving to the fans, extremely excited, showing off for the crowd. Allysin Kay, a stern look on her face as she marches down to the ring. One of these two women is going to be the first Ring of Honor Women's Champion when we completely revamp the Twitter version of the LS11 Universe banner after this show. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at LS11_Universe in order to see that when it comes out. It'll feature all of the New Japan and all of the Ring of Honor champions as well. We don't do it on YouTube because it would be way too tightly squeezed together, so we'll continue to just put the weekly series champions on here. But the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship is up for grabs. See it there, held high. It's Willow Nightingale. It's Allysin Kay. Without any further ado, here we go. They lock up. Willow grabs onto her, and Willow taking Allysin Kay into the corner, puts her in the ropes, pulls her in. Willow gets her up and suplexes her into the ropes. Down goes Allysin Kay. Willow Nightingale now going up to the top rope. Nightingale turns around and went for a moonsault. Allysin Kay off the ropes. What a boot connects from Allysin. Allysin Kay's got her down now. Stomps the head of Willow. And again, taking her down. Allysin Kay kicks her down, and Allysin Kay, with another kick, knocks Willow down. Grabbing onto her and getting her back up to her feet now. Allysin Kay kicks her in the ribs. Firing away on Willow Nightingale, kicks her in the ribs again. Grabs hold of her, launches her into the corner. Big elbow strike into the corner, takes her down. And a hip attack as well for good measure. Allysin Kay now rolls Willow away from the ropes. Allysin Kay going up to the middle rope. What is she thinking here? Into a leg drop across the net. She grabs hold of Willow and gets her back up to her feet. Kay with a kick to the ribs. Willow gets knocked back. Allysin Kay turned around. Willow Nightingale, big back body drop taking her down. And now Willow grabs a hold of her and a stomp to the arm as well. Willow Nightingale off the ropes. Senton into a cover now on Allysin Kay, who has her foot under the ropes. And now Willow Nightingale getting her back up to her feet. Allysin Kay with a right hook, but Willow caught her hand. Willow scoops her up. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker into the sidewalk slam. And now Willow firing away down on the mat. Taking her down. Willow Nightingale grabs hold of her. And going into the face of Allysin Kay yet again. Takes her down. And now Willow grabs hold of her. Gets her up. Suplexes her down. And now Willow Nightingale. Knee to the jaw of Allysin Kay into a cover. One. Kick out. And now Allysin Kay is in some trouble. Willow Nightingale attacks the arm. Grabs onto the arm, bends it back, and stomps the arm again. Does Willow, and now Willow grabs her again. Stomps the arm again. Picks her down now, and Willow grabs onto her. Willow Nightingale grabs onto her, pulls Allysin Kay in, scoops her up. Huge suplex into the corner. There's a kick while she's down. Willow picking her back up to her feet. Grabs hold of Allysin Kay again, gets her up on her shoulders. Allysin Kay tried to fight through, but Willow with a sidewalk slam, again taking her down. And now Allysin Kay's in some trouble. Willow sends her into the corner. Willow Nightingale kicks her down, and Nightingale telling her to bring it on. Oh, a cannonball into the corner. Turns over Allysin. Willow with the cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Allysin Kay. And now Willow telling her to get up to her feet. Willow Nightingale tries to grab her. Allysin Kay into a fireman's carry, taking down Willow. Kicks her in the ribs, pulls her in. Allysin Kay with the Yokozuka cutter. 1, 2, no! Willow stayed alive. Allysin Kay getting her up to her feet with a chop. Willow answers back. Now Willow chopping her. Knocks her back with another right hook. Knocks her into the ropes now. Grabs hold of her. Pulls her in. Willow Nightingale in trouble. Allysin Kay gets suplexed into the ropes. Willow into another cover. 1, 2. Kick out. And now Willow grabs onto her. Another knee to the face of Allysin Kay. Now Willow grabs her again. Dishes out another knee strike. Into another cover though. 1. Kick out again from Allysin. Willow Nightingale's been dominating for the most part here. She bends back the arm. She stomps the arm of Allysin Kay. Back up to her feet now. Willow grabs onto her again and just outpowers her. Allysin Kay goes down. She escapes under the bottom rope. Allysin Kay seemingly needing to catch her breath here, telling Willow back up. And Allysin Kay slides back into the ring. Willow now on the outside. Now Allysin Kay's got Willow on the outside. Whoa, Allysin Kay, I thought she was about to try and fly to the outside. Willow Nightingale sends her off the top. Willow now telling her to get up, and Willow tries to grab her. Allysin Kay with a kick to the ribs. Into a big boot. Willow Nightingale down. Allysin Kay gets her up. And a chop. Lighting up the chest of Willow with these chops. Grabs onto her now. Allysin with Willow. Off the ropes they collide. Now Willow with a German. Counter for counter on that one. Willow gets her back up to her feet. Grabs onto Allysin Kay. Allysin Kay thrown in the corner. Willow Nightingale goes for her. Allysin Kay countered. Allysin Kay rolls her through. Cover. Bridges it. 1. No. And a kick now. Allysin Kay taking her down. Kicking her repeatedly. Willow. Whoa. Kay ducked her. Sends her over the top rope. Stuns her into the ropes. Willow Nightingale goes down. Referee begins the count. Given the title's vacant, it can change hands on count out. Oh, but Willow's back to her feet. Allysin Kay's back to hers. Willow back up on the apron. Allysin Kay caught her. Sends her off the ropes. Allysin Kay pops her up. Oh, what an uppercut! Briscoes clothesline. 1, 2, 3. That'll do it. A big win there for Allysin Kay. She is your new Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Allysin Kay is the first LS11 Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Big win there for Allysin Kay. We've got our first champion in the Ring of Honor Women's Division. We got more coming up. The Ring of Honor Pure Championship up next, and I'll explain what Pure rules are then, I promise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first of our final 3 title matches. It's time for the Pure Championship, and this is going to be a Pure Rules match. What that means, there are 9 rules in this matchup. Number 1, each wrestler in this matchup will have 3 rope breaks to stop pinfalls or submissions. After that, if you are holding the ropes and the referee counts 3 while your shoulders are down, doesn't matter. Number 2, after a wrestler exhausts his rope breaks, submission and pin attempts on or under the ropes by his opponent are considered legal. Number 3, no closed fist punches to the face are permitted. 4, open-handed slaps or chops to the face are permitted. Number 5, punches to the rest of the body are allowed, excluding low blows. 6, the first use of a closed fist to the face receives a warning. 7, second use of a closed fist to the face results in disqualification. 8, title can change hands via disqualification or countout. And 9, outside interference will result in automatic termination from the roster for any wrestler that interferes. The first man out is the young upstart Blake Christian, who we see on the Impact roster nowadays. His opponent, though, is a bit of a legend of Ring of Honor, representing AEW's Undisputed Elite, Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish, who has kind of been threatened by the leader of the Undisputed Elite, Kenny Omega, leading into all of this. Kenny mentioned, I'm fighting for a title soon. Cole was TNT champion for a while. Kyle's the IWGP United States champion. Where's your gold, Bobby? So Bobby Fish and Blake Christian going one-on-one. The Ring of Honor Pure Championship is up for grabs. First time in the LS11 Universe. Who will be bringing it home with them, though? Bobby Fish is here, and the crowd's going mild. Fish and Christian one-on-one. This is going to be an interesting bout here. Bobby Fish is a very well-rounded technical wrestler. Blake Christian, he's a young guy we haven't seen too much of. So there is the Pure Championship. Who will be the first Pure Wrestling Champion of the LS11 Universe? I've been told that with that 9th rule of anyone outside interfering will be terminated. I've been told that goes for anyone from Impact and AEW as well. So Bobby Fish and Blake Christian locking up. Bobby Fish, a spine buster out of the gate. And now Bobby Fish grabs the arm of Blake Christian and stomps the arm. Oh, Bobby Fish! That first punch was was closed fist. The rest were all open-handed strikes. Bobby Fish already receiving his first warning. Whoa, went for another shot. Blake Christian springs back in. Bobby Fish grabs him. German suplex takes down Christian. Fish goes for a knee strike, and Blake goes for a kick. Bobby Fish answers back, and Bobby Fish seems to have everything this young man can Seems to have a counter for everything this young man's coming up with here. Blake Christian. Oh, Bobby Fish caught him. Nothing in the rules about elbows to the face. And now Blake Christian tries to wipe him out. There's a chop. Blake Christian, adhering to the pure rules, knocks Bobby Fish into the ropes. Oh, what a flatliner into the ropes. Never seen that before. Bobby Fish manages to kick out. Blake Christian, oh, a drop kick to the knee. He knows Bobby Fish has got bad knees. I mean, he's had those knees since the Civil War, so what can I say? And now Bobby Fish sweeps the leg. There's an elbow strike from Blake Christian. Bobby Fish grabs onto him, scoops him up. Blake Christian up on the shoulders of Bobby Fish. Blake Christian counters, drops him into the mat. And now Blake Christian, with a standing moonsault, takes down Bobby Fish. Kicks him down. And Blake Christian now getting him back up to his feet. Chopping away on him. Like I said, Blake Christian making sure to adhere to the pure rules. Whoa! He catches him, rolls him through. One. No. Bobby Fish gets the shoulders up. And Blake Christian acting like he's done with the veteran already. Looking to pick up the pure title and take it out to Impact with him. Blake Christian, there's a chop. Bobby Fish. Oh, there's a kick. Sleeping with the Fishes. 1, 2. Kick out from Blake Christian. Like I said, the rules say you can't punch him in the face with a closed fist. Says nothing about kicking him in the mouth. Bobby Fish now dragging him away from the ropes. Fish going around to the legs, and Bobby Fish. Knee bar. Fish hook knee bar is in. Bobby Fish trying to take out Blake Christian here, make this young guy tap out. Snap his knee. Blake Christian kicking Bobby Fish in the shoulder. Again, trying to make sure those shots don't go to the face. Blake Christian, whoa! Dunks Bobby Fish and dead legs him. Hits the ropes. Meteora. 1, 2. Bobby Fish kicks out. Now Blake Christian getting him back up to his feet again. Christian. There's his first warning. He uses a closed fist. Drop kick to the knee. Into a leg drop. And now Blake with a chop knocks back Bobby Fish, who kicks him. And again, Bobby Fish lighting him up. Long road kicks. Sweeps the leg. Taking him down now. Bobby Fish using that MMA training he likes to brag about. Taking him now. Bobby Fish. Whoa! Went for the fish hook. Got caught. Now Blake stalking him. Blake Christian kicks him in the ribs. Pulls him in. We're going to take things into overdrive. Drives him into the mat. 1, 2. Bobby Fish kicks out. Now Blake Christian. Oh, springboard Phoenix splash connects. He gets Bobby Fish back up to his feet, lighting him up in the chest. Kicks him back. Blake Christian hits the ropes, but Bobby Fish got his arms up. Blake Christian knew not to swing at him. Bobby Fish throws him over the top rope, out to the outside. Referee telling these guys, keep it in the ring for pure rules, guys. Bobby Fish goes for a kick. Blake Christian again looking to adhere to the rules, but Bobby Fish, back body drop on the floor, taking him down. Bobby Fish throws up the Texas Hook'em Horns to mock this crowd. And now on the outside, bending back the arm of Blake Christian. They're going to take him out on the outside. Bobby Fish has got him down. We're at the count of 4 here. Bobby Fish, no. Christian rolls through and Blake Christian back into the ring. Dives out to the outside. Bobby Fish with a clothesline. Bobby Fish with a kick. Launching into an assault of kicks now. Knocks him into the barricade with the last one. Title can change hands on count out. Especially when it's vacant. We're at the count of 4 now. Blake Christian trying to catch his breath here on the outside. Bobby Fish has dazed him. And Bobby Fish decides he's going to go after him. Throws a punch. Blake Christian countered. Blake Christian. Oh, what a DDT! He suckered him in. He suckered the veteran in. And Bobby Fish with that knee strike. I'm pretty sure he learned that all the way back in the day when he wrestled Abraham Lincoln. I've just discovered Bobby Fish's old jokes recently. Oh, powerbomb on the apron. Swings him around into it. Kicks out the knee, does Blake. Now Blake Christian. Spinning-ish fly. Blake Christian with Bobby Fish back into the ring. Going up to the top. Referee on the count of 4. Blake Christian. Elbow to the back. He grabs onto Bobby now and he gets him up. Blake Christian lighting up with shots. Bobby Fish answers back. Big kick from Bobby Fish. Looking to make him sleep with the fishes again. 1, 2. Blake Christian narrowly escapes. Now Bobby Fish turns him over. Fish hook. Fish hooks back in. The fish hook knee bar is in. Is Blake Christian about to tap? Blake Christian kicking him back. He knocks back Bobby. Bobby Fish went for an uppercut. Blake Christian caught him. Blake Christian rolls him through now. Notice that uppercut collide with the chest, not the face. 2, 3. He got him. Bobby Fish got careless and Blake Christian caught him. You see right there is where it looked like Bobby Fish had turned around was that kick. Christian hit that overdrive and that was nearly it. DDT'd him on the floor and Bobby Fish fires back. But in the end, Blake Christian escapes it and rolls him through with a victory roll. Your winner and new Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Blake Christian. A big win there for Blake Christian, the first ever Ring of Honor Pure Champion in the LS11 Universe. That is a huge victory for him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 matches left on the card tonight. The tag titles and the big main event. The tag team championships coming up next. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to crown the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Here come the Briscoes. Many have been waiting a long time to see these guys in LS11 Universe. Mark and Jay Briscoe making their way down to the ring. The Briscoes synonymous with Ring of Honor. Jay Briscoe, a former Ring of Honor World Champion in his own right. The Briscoes are in the building. Mark and Jay make their way to the ring, set for battle here tonight. Battle between a modern-day legendary team in Ring of Honor against another throwback legendary Ring of Honor team. The Kings of Wrestling. They say Kings reign supreme. Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero of AEW All Elite Wrestling. The Kings of Wrestling making their way down to the ring. Hero and Castagnoli marching down to the ring. Castagnoli, a former LS11 WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, NXT UK Champion. Making his way to the ring tonight. Hero and Castagnoli making their way to the ring. Kings of Wrestling are here. Kings reign supreme. Will they be able to capture the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, though? The only Ring of Honor title we're not doing is 6-man tag titles because screw that. So the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships up for grabs. Because I really like the older belt. I don't like the silver indie backyard or your local wrestling fed look. That's why. So Claudio Castagnoli and Mark Briscoe starting it off. Any further ado. Oh, a clothesline from Mark. Takes down Claudio. There's a jab knocking him back. Claudio and Chris Hero have been preparing for this matchup since it was announced. Claudio in that time, those had to deal with, actually both men have had to deal with Malachi Black over in AEW as Claudio gets up Mark Briscoe, and look at the strength here of Claudio. That superhuman strength on display here from Castagnoli as he takes down Mark Briscoe. And now Briscoe gets caught. Castagnoli throws him over the top rope. Claudio. No! Mark Briscoe with a right hook. And now Briscoe goes up to the top. Oh, tries to dive. Castagnoli shows him why he doesn't do it very often. And now Castagnoli bends back the arm. Stomps the arm of Mark Briscoe. Kicks him down again now. And Briscoe getting picked back up to his feet. He chops at Castagnoli. Knocking him back. Mark Briscoe gets knocked back. Drop kick into the corner. Takes him down. Getting him back up to his feet now. Briscoe grabs onto Claudio. Launches him into the corner. Tag made to Jay. Now Jay Briscoe is in. And a punch to the gut. Into a clothesline. Knocks Claudio down. Getting back up to his feet. Right hook. And again, Claudio Castagnoli going down. Right hooks connecting from the Briscoes. There's another jab. And again. And now Jay Briscoe hits the ropes. Claudio caught him. Off the rebound. Scoops him up on his shoulders. Castagnoli taking him towards the ropes. And elevated stun gun. Claudio takes him down now. And a tag is made to Chris Hero. And Chris Hero is in now. Right hand connects from Jay. Knocks back Chris Hero. Chris Hero with a chop, firing away. He knocks him back, knocks back Jay Briscoe. There's another chop. Chris Hero gets him in the corner, punching him repeatedly now. And Chris Hero, uppercut. Knocks back Jay. Jay Briscoe with an arm drag takes him down. Jay now down in the ground and pound, taking down Chris Hero again. Briscoe with a right hook. Hero grabs him. And Chris Hero, Northern Lights takes him down. Double tag, Mark and Claudio are back in. And there goes Claudio. And Hero gets knocked out on top of him. And Mark Briscoe hits the ropes, telling Claudio, bring it back in here. Briscoe with a chop, knocks him back. Claudio keeping his arms up, grabs onto him, and Claudio launches Mark into the corner. Claudio Castagnoli grabs hold of him, punches him, knocking him down. And now Claudio picking him up by the throat. Now he scoops him up into his arms, knee into the back. And Jay Briscoe slides into the ring, but gets out to avoid a disqualification. Another knee in the back from Castagnoli. Claudio stomping on him now, and Claudio's got him down. Castagnoli grabs hold of him, and Mark Briscoe sweeps the leg. Briscoe now down in the ground and pound on Castagnoli. Takes him down, kicks him in the ribs. And now Claudio grabs hold of him, and Claudio goes for a gut wrench. Mark Briscoe catches him. Crucifix. 1, 2, no. Now Briscoe grabs onto him. He gets Claudio back to his feet. There's a right hook knocking him back. Now, oh, Claudio turns him around. Claudio gets him up on his shoulders. And Castagnoli, with the UFO spin, sends him crashing to the middle of the ring. 1, 2, kick out from Mark Briscoe. Tag made and Chris Hero is in. Chris Hero grabs hold of him by the arm, stomps the back now, and Chris Hero going to turn things around for the Kings. Hero bends back the arm, and Chris Hero bends back the arm, pulls back now. He's got a hold of Mark Briscoe by the arm, and knees into the back. Takes him down now, cracks the neck. Mark Briscoe staggering back to his feet. There's a jab, and Briscoe with Hero up for an air raid crash in the middle of the ring. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. Chris Hero kicks out, and Mark Briscoe kicking away at him. And now there it went for a chop. Turns him around. Chris Hero's got a hold of him now, and Hero grabs onto him. Back body drop. Taking him down. And now Kicks him down. Kicks him again. Coming off the ropes. Senton, no! Knees up from Mark. There's a shot from Chris Hero. And Hero launches him off the ropes. Hero collides with him. Briscoe with a clothesline. He grabs onto Chris Hero now, and Mark Briscoe grabs hold of him, launches him into the corner. Tag made to Jay, and the Briscoes back in. And another double team connects to Chris Hero. Jay Briscoe with a clothesline in the back. Grabs onto him by the hair. Pulls him in, choking him out with his arm. Locks him into a submission using his own arm against him. Will Chris Hero tap out here? Claudio makes the save. And now Jay Briscoe in the face of Castagnoli, telling him, hit me. Come on, hit me. Claudio gets out of the ring, though. And now Hero getting picked back up by Jay Briscoe. And Jay pulls him in, scoops him up on his shoulders. No! Chris Hero escapes. Now Hero grabs hold of him, pulls him in, and Hero double underhook. Powerbomb! Back up to his feet now, turns him around with a right hook, and Chris Hero. Rolling cutter! Grabs hold of him now, and he's gonna drag Chris. He's got Jay Briscoe, and he drags him away from the ropes. Into a cover. One, no, kicked out from Briscoe. Tag made to Claudio. Castagnoli's back in, and Claudio Castagnoli grabs onto him. He throws Jay into the corner. Grabs hold of him again now, and Claudio with a chop. Floors him. There's a kick. Oh, and a clothesline connects from Jay. And now Jay getting Claudio back to his feet. Briscoe with a jab. Claudio catches him now, and Castagnoli. Uranagi takes him down. Tag made, and Chris Hero's back in. Hero grabs hold of him now, and Chris Hero with a chop, countered. Jay Briscoe with a boot, knocks him down. And now Jay getting Hero back up to his feet. Jay Briscoe grabs hold of Chris Hero, taking him towards the corner, slams him into the corner, tags in his brother Mark Briscoe in now. And another double team from the Briscoes. Now Mark, he's got Chris Hero up. Inside cradle suplex. 1, 2, no! Claudio with the save. And now he grabs Claudio and he slams him down with a crucifix into the mat. The referee beginning to count Claudio in, and Mark Briscoe dumps him with a clothesline, taking down Castagnoli. And there's a right hand, knocks back Chris Hero. Went for a jab, Hero caught him with a chop. Hero turns him around, pops him up on his shoulders. Chris Hero, oh, his face caught the turnbuckle into a forearm, into the knockout elbow. Knockout elbow into the turnbuckle. Rope break for Mark Briscoe. And now Chris Hero, dragging him away from the ropes. Hero drags him to the center of the ring, into another cover. And the rope break won't save him this time, too. Kick out. Briscoe got the shoulders up. And now Chris Hero telling him to come on. Mark Briscoe pounces on him. Briscoe now punching him in the back, and Mark Briscoe jabs him into the corner. A jab, there's a chop, grabs onto him, throws him across the ring, off the turnbuckle, they collide. So now he's going to launch him back into the corner. Tag made back to Jay. Briscoes with another double team incoming. Punch to the gut of Chris Hero. And Jay Briscoe, right hand to the back. Hits the ropes. Chris Hero caught him, and Hero scoops him on his shoulders. Hero slams him down. Into a cover. 1, 2, no. Kick out from Jay Briscoe. Pulls him in now, and Chris Hero suplex. Hero's got him down. Chris Hero. Neck breaker. Hero off the ropes. Senton connects. Jay Briscoe's down, and now Hero grabs him by the arm. Chris Hero turns it around, stomps the arm. Smashes the arm into the mat, gets him up, and Chris Hero with Jay up on his shoulders. Jay Briscoe counters, and Jay pulls him in. Jay Briscoe, double underhook. Pile driver. And now he grabs hold of Castagnoli. Hammering away on the chest of the Swiss Cyborg. Castagnoli goes down. He grabs onto Hero. He picks him back up. He scoops him on his shoulders and drives him into the mat. 1, 2, 3. The Briscoes are Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Just like that. Hero and Castagnoli came close, but in the end, the Briscoes are your new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. It was counter for counter on both sides. But your winners in the first LS11 Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? That's Sami Zayn from WWE SmackDown. Sami Zayn, of course, trained by the legendary Ring of Honor wrestler El Generico. Sami Zayn marching down to the ring. Boys, hey, hi, good to see you, good to meet you. You guys might know my buddy El Generico, but the name's Sami Zayn. He trained me before he went off to retire and run that orphanage in Mexico. But I just wanted to come by and congratulate you guys. You know, the Ring of Honor is a place that means a lot to me. It's the place that, you know, I trained under El Generico here. And, well, I wanted to congratulate you on winning the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. But, I didn't come alone. There's no way, right? Oh my God. We were talking about legendary Ring of Honor talent throughout the night. This is the man once known as Kevin Steen. Kevin Owens, a legendary Ring of Honor World Champion, marching down to the ring. He hasn't been seen in Ring of Honor since 2014. Mark, Jay, good to see you boys. You know, my best friend Sammy and I, we've talked a lot on SmackDown about how you don't know when or where you're going to see us next, and we're keeping our eyes everywhere. Well, our eyes just happened to turn to a place we both call home. So, we'll let you both have your moment in the spotlight. But keep those Ring of Honor Tag Team titles warm, because we're coming for those next. Let's go, Sammy. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens want the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, and they have set their sights on the Briscoes. Zayn and Owens receiving a hero's welcome tonight. Main event's up next. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. This is what we've been building to for months now. Here comes El Toro Blanco Rouge to the ring. The Ring of Honor World Championship is going to be on the line. I'm going to give you all a little heads up here. Because the Ring of Honor World title is modded in, you're going to see a graphic for the WCW World title from before Big Gold. You can ignore it. I will do my best to try and edit something over it. We'll see. So Rouge making his way to the ring. This monster of a man, a former Ring of Honor World Champion in his own right. Two great former Ring of Honor champions are going to go head-to-head here tonight. ROH makes his way to the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, I have something very special to announce here. I was going to announce it later tonight, but this has been such an amazing show that we're not done with Ring of Honor. Because on January 1st, 2023, we will be back with Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor, main evented by Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Briscoes. Now bring on the Peacock. Dalton Castle. He wants it all. Serenaded to the ring by Queen. We licensed it for one night only, and by that I mean I'm talking over it so we don't get a copyright strike. The Peacock flies into Ring of Honor tonight. Dalton Castle is here. No one has been allowed at ringside for this one. That's why the boys aren't accompanying him. Look at the hips. Look at the way this guy moves. Dalton Castle's in the building. This is an experience. Dalton Castle is an experience. Oh my goodness, is that what I think it is above the ring? We saw this just a couple of nights ago on Impact when he was the first man in over a year to pin Samoa Joe. Dalton Castle. The Peacock is going to strike a pose. And look at that. That is style if I've ever seen it. So the Ring of Honor World Championship is up for grabs. There it is. The Ring of Honor World Title. ROH. El Toro Blanco versus the Peacock. ROH and Dalton Castle. Here we go. ROH with a jab to the gut. He pulls Dalton Castle in. Scoops him up on his shoulders. Dalton Castle slides out of it. Drops him. Dalton Castle now kicking him down. Dalton Castle hits the ropes. Oh, went for a splash. ROH out of the way. And now ROH pulls him in, and ROH German suplex to Castle. There's a kick knocking him down. ROH forearm strike. Castle goes down again. And now ROH choking Dalton Castle out on the mat. Grabs hold of him now, turns him over, and ROH stomps the hand. And again. And again. Taking him down. ROH now choking him out again. Dalton Castle's down, and ROH turns him over, and ROH stomps the arm. Repeatedly trying to break the hand of Dalton Castle here. ROH into a cover. One kick out from Castle. Dalton Castle's down, and now ROH with a stomp takes him down. ROH slams him head first into the mat. Dalton Castle's down, and ROH going up to the middle rope. ROH telling Castle to bring it on. Dalton Castle dodges the missile drop kick. Hops over ROH. Blows line. And now Dalton Castle. Elbow to the head of ROH. Kicks him down now. Dalton Castle kicks him in the back. ROH back up to his feet. Castle with a jab to the ribs. Dalton went for a clothesline. ROH ducked it. And now ROH grabs onto the Peacock and throws him into the corner. Goes for a right hook. Dalton Castle counter. Dalton Castle clothesline. Into another. Ducks him. Oh, catches him. Power slam. Hits the ropes. Splash attempt. ROH out of the way again. Now ROH grabs onto Castle. Scoops him up. Into, oh God, look out. Tombstone from ROH. Puts down Dalton. Dalton Castle's recovered from a broken back, and so being spiked on his head like that'll send a chill down his whole spine. Kicks him in the back now. Castle with another clothesline takes down ROH. Now Dalton grabs him by the head, and Dalton Castle grabs him by the neck. Dalton Castle's got him down. Castle with ROH where he wants him here. Takes him down. ROH getting picked back up now. Dalton Castle with a chop. Firing away on him. Dalton Castle Oh, look at this. Overhead belly to belly. Dalton Castle looking to put down ROH here. Grabs onto him now. Castle hits the ropes. He runs at ROH, but ROH caught him there, and ROH throws Castle into the corner. Grabs hold of him, kicks him down. And a hesitation drop kick into the corner. Dalton's down. Drags into the center of the ring now. ROH into a cover. Castle down. 1, 2. Kick out from Dalton Castle. And now ROH grabs onto him. Castle staggering. ROH forearm strike knocks down the Peacock. And now ROH looking to choke him out here. ROH grabs onto him. And El Toro Blanco tries to get him up. Dalton Castle counters. Knocks him down. Dalton Castle into a clothesline. And there's another drop kick. Dalton Castle taking him down. Dalton Castle getting him back up to his feet. He grabs onto him. Dalton throwing him off the ropes. Another overhead belly to belly, taking him down. And back up to his feet now. Dalton Castle with a jab. He gets caught. ROH takes him down. Into another cover now. ROH, no. Rope break's going to save Dalton Castle. And ROH pulls him back in again. Takes him down with another punch. Oh, and the leg drop across the legs. Dalton Castle's down. Oh, Castle springs back up to his feet. ROH into another power slam. I think it's a done deal at this point, folks. ROH is about to be your Ring of Honor World Champion. ROH dragging Dalton Castle to the center of the ring. Turns him over to avoid another rope break. Dalton Castle's down. 1, 2. No! Castle kicks out again. Now ROH grabs onto Dalton Castle and punches him in the face. He goes down again. Grabs hold of him by the arm. Bends back the arm and stomps the hand. And again. And again. ROH grabs him by the arm, and ROH keeping on, going after the hand. Gotta make it hard for Castle to lift him up for Bangarang. Takes him down, and now ROH going up to the top rope, gonna fly. And ROH, oh, Dalton Castle dodges. Right hand, turns him around. Castle calls him a silly goose and locks him into a submission. Castle looking to make him tap out. Castle, when he walked that in, said, "You can't fly, you silly goose." And now he's got the submission in, and Dalton Castle trying to tap him out here. Castle locks it in tight. He's wrenching it in. ROH is fading. Then El Toro Blanco. Elbow to the nose. Castle is down. And now ROH grabs onto him. ROH with Dalton Castle taking him towards the ropes. Oh, that's not going to be good for that back. Dalton Castle's down. ROH gets him back up. ROH grabs onto him. Sidewalk slam on the floor. Trying to break the back of Dalton Castle. Stomps the hand. And again. And again. Referee at the count of 3 as ROH taking down Dalton Castle. ROH now getting back up to his feet. ROH sends him into the barrier. Referee at the count of 5 now. Castle's down. Whoa, he gets out of the way. Sends ROH into the barricade. And now Dalton Castle to the top. ROH, whoa, misses it. Dalton Castle takes him down, and Castle, calf crusher. Modified calf crusher, but a calf crusher nonetheless. Could he tap ROH out here? Dalton Castle's got it in tight. ROH elbows him in the back. You can see Castle grabbed his back off of that one. ROH punches him in the face. Now ROH grabs Dalton Castle and bends back the leg. ROH working over the leg of the Peacock. Taking him down now, and ROH covers him. 1, 2, no! Kick out from Dalton. Now ROH grabs onto him, and ROH pulls him in. Grabs Castle. Dalton Castle answering back, and Dalton Castle knocks him back. He grabs ROH, and he launches him into the corner. Dalton Castle with a knee strike and a clothesline across the back. And now ROH went for a clothesline. Castle caught him. Overhead belly to belly takes him down, and Castle, the Peacock, is gonna fly. Dalton Castle's feeling the energy. Splash to ROH. But a rope break. ROH's right foot fell under the ropes. Now ROH back to his feet, catches Castle up on his shoulders. Wasteland slam into a cover. 1, 2, pick out. Telling him to get back up. ROH picks up Dalton Castle, scoops him up on his shoulders. Dalton Castle slides out of it, drops him. Kicking him in the back now, Dalton Castle. ROH grabs onto him now, and ROH with Castle over the top, out to the floor he goes. Dalton Castle continuing to grab that back. ROH choking him out on the floor now. Goes for a stomp, Dalton Castle counter. Dalton Castle runs him into the barrier. Referee at the count of 2, Dalton Castle slammed ROH into the steel barricade. ROH with a knee strike. And now ROH sends Castle across ringside. Turns him over with a kick now, and ROH into a bulldog choke. Referee at the count of 5 on the outside now. Dalton Castle slides free. 6 count. ROH taken down again. Castle slides back into the ring. Count of 7 at this point. ROH is back in as well. Castle with a chop. Turns him around. And Dalton Castle grabs ROH. Overhead belly to belly. Knocked him into the ropes. Kicks him down now, and Castle getting ROH back up to his feet. Dalton Castle saying, "This is it." Dalton Castle now hits the ropes. Takes him down. Castle hammers away on ROH. ROH goes down, and Dalton Castle getting him back up to his feet. There's a jab. ROH grabs him in El Toro Blanco. Lifts him up. Whoa! Castle countered. Clothesline. Dalton Castle floors him. Castle getting ROH up. Dalton Castle. Bangarang. 1, 2, 3. Just like that, Dalton Castle is Ring of Honor World Champion. What a win there. The first ever LS11 Ring of Honor Champion, Bound for Glory last year didn't happen. The first ever LS11 Ring of Honor World Champion is the Peacock, Dalton Castle. And look at this sight. Your winner is Dalton Castle. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching the first Ring of Honor event. Thank you for 3 incredible years of LS11 Universe, and here's to many more. Until next time, I've been Xander, and that was Universe.